Items to be discussed at the regular meeting of the Board of Education held Tuesday, February 24th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. in the Unit Office Conference Room, 500 North 10th Street, Herrin, Illinois, 62948. If everybody would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mrs. Hastings, if you would please call roll.
John Hutchinson.
Here.
Susie Etherton.
Here.
Cindy Miller.
Here.
Bill Green.
Here.
Steve Young.
Here.
Brad Leahy.
Here.
Steve Robinson.
Here.
This time we'd recognize anybody who would like to address the board. When recognized, that person should give their name before making comments. Statements are asked to be limited to 5 minutes in duration. Would anybody like to address the board at this time? If not, we will move on to the consent agenda. Need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to accept and approve the items included and not extracted from the consent agenda for Tuesday, February 24th, 2026.
Cindy Miller.
Yes.
John Hutchinson.
Yes.
Kelly Green.
Yes.
Brad Leahy.
Yes.
Susie Etherton.
Yes.
Steve Robinson.
Yes.
Steve Young.
Yes.
Having no old business to discuss, moving on to the special reports, have just a few things to say. Otherwise, we will do our special presentation that Nathaniel and I have been doing, recognize everybody and take our time with that so that everybody gets proper recognition. We do want to do a shout out to the Junior High Girls Championship basketball team. Undefeated season, state champs, way to go girls. So proud of you guys. And then for the flag team at the high school, they are 2026 state championship, or champions in the AA Precision Flag Division, and they placed second in AA Lyrical Flag. And Coach Elizabeth Elliott was named the IDTA Coach of the Year for 2026, and we are very, very proud of our flag team. Congratulations to Coach Elliott. Thank you so much for all your dedication and your hard work. Moving on to our first item under new business, which is the school calendar. Mr. Wilson, would you like to say something about that?
Worked with Mr. Harlow at HCA and the school calendar, the administrative team as well, all their input, worked with the area schools. Very consistent calendar comparing it to this year, and all schools locally are starting about the same time. It's a very early start, first week of August next year for our students and staff. The one little thing that might change in the calendar is there is a bill that would require us to be out of session on election day. They've got that bill running in the Senate. If that bill is passed this summer, we will have to amend the calendar possibly before the school year even starts to take off election day, and we'll likely just tag that day on the end of the school year. So at this point in time, it's not mandatory we take election day, but it could become mandatory we take election day. Other than that, no further comments.
Any questions or concerns from Mr. Wilson with regard to the calendar? Not, we need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to approve the 2026-2027 school calendar as presented.
Second. Kelly Green.
Yes.
Cindy Miller. Yes. Susie Etherton.
Yes.
Steve Robinson.
Yes.
Brad Leahy.
Yes.
Steve Young.
Yes.
John Hutchinson.
Yes.
We need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to approve the 8th grade celebration for Tuesday, May 12th, 2026 at 5 p.m. with an alternate day of Wednesday, May 13th, 2026 at 5 p.m.
Steve Young.
Yes.
Brad Leahy.
Yes.
John Hutchinson.
Yes.
Steve Robinson.
Yes.
Kelly Green.
Yes.
Susie Etherton.
Yes.
Cindy Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson, would you like to address the district discipline improvement plan?
Yeah, the district improvement plan, discipline improvement plan, we were notified by the state that we're in the top 20% for exclusionary discipline suspensions for our district. That's something that I've never seen before, quite frankly. But the administrators got together, put together a plan, putting some things that we're currently already doing and how we're going to act upon those things even more to try to reduce exclusionary discipline. Appreciate the principals, Dr. Hale, putting that together for us. So I don't know much about it. Don't know where that came from suddenly, but that's where we're at.
Didn't get out of school.
Correct.
They have a state plan for that now?
We had to have an improvement plan for that now. How are we going to reduce the number of students we're suspending, which we already have been going back to post-COVID, COVID time. We've been reducing those suspensions each year, but we're in the top 20% of school districts in the state. When I compare it to some other schools that I know, I'm just going to say are a little rougher than ours, and their numbers aren't higher than ours. I have some questions about the accuracy of that data, but I can't do anything about that. What we can do is address what we already are addressing, and that's we're going to do better about reducing our suspension numbers.
This holds the principles back to, in my opinion. I mean,
Well,
if
it's
there's-
like-
if there's a fine.
It's kind of like Senate Bill 100 when, you know,
Yeah.
when Senate Bill 100 came out, that we had to reduce how many, you know, when could you suspend? And so we're always having to kind of fight that and balance that. And we really have made some great strides with our outreach workers, our ALOP workers, and the other staff, social workers, additional social workers that we put in the schools. And it's not our mentality that we want to suspend students first. It just so happens that sometimes that's the most effective and needed thing to do in the event of a fight, when the best thing to do is get some time and space between some students. So we're not letting it necessarily push us in a different direction. We always do want to do what we can.
I understand
students,
that. I just hate that it holds principals, and then the teachers look at the principals and puts the blame on them.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, it
and
just holds everybody's hands.
as a teacher, you know, sometimes you want your student removed from class because it's the best thing. It genuinely
All
is.
I'm
Yeah,
saying is,
yeah.
it just makes the administration look bad, and the teachers look at the administrators, why didn't you do
Yeah.
this? I just can't believe they're holding.
I had never heard of this before. I've never seen it in any way, shape, or form. Never heard it
I
addressed.
haven't either.
It's brand new. And quite frankly, I went and brought up at the board meeting if it wasn't
Yeah.
told that we had to have a board approved plan. So
Mr. Wilson, who contacted you about that?
it's ISB. It's the
Okay.
same group person that contacts me for anything related to bullying, anything student related like that.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
What kind of, what did you come up with? Is there anything that you guys come up with?
Well, it's a lot of and it goes back to our outreach workers and our resources that we're using on those lines. That's where a lot of it stems from.
I think you talked a little bit about the student involvement in this too. Is there a student panel? Is that being?
So we have student panels, and that could be something that helps us out. Yeah.
And we're losing social workers, correct?
We are in a situation that it's a day-to-day, week-to-week. We haven't lost them yet, but we could possibly through the grant, Steve.
We saw some letters of resignation for some positions.
Will we see any changes in the handbook when it comes to changing rules or regulations?
No, I think we've made those changes as we've needed to the last couple of years. Again, our numbers have improved every year. I mean, I do ask the principals, let's not look at suspension first. What interventions have we put in place prior to suspension? And they've done a nice job with
Does
that.
that include in-school suspension as well on this state report?
No,
Okay.
this is not including
Okay.
that.
How old's the data that they're looking at to tell us where?
It's going back for 3 years.
Any other questions or comments from Mr. Wilson? Now we need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to approve the district discipline improvement plan as presented.
Second.
Susie Atherton,
Yes.
Steve Robinson,
Yes.
Steve Young, Ron Hutchinson,
Yes.
Cindy Miller,
Yes.
Kelly Green,
Yes.
Brad Blakey.
Yes.
We need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to approve the agreement with Liberty University.
Steve Robinson,
Yes.
John Hutchinson,
Yes.
Brad Blakey,
Yes.
Steve Young,
Yes.
Susie Atherton.
Yes.
Cindy Miller,
Yes.
Kelly Green.
Yes. This time I need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to close the meeting in accordance with Section 122A of the Open Meetings Act, citing the following exceptions as contained in Section 122C. To discuss disciplinary cases, consider approval of closed minutes, semi-annual review of closed minutes, to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance evaluation, and dismissal of specific employees, and to discuss litigation.
Brad Blakey, Susie Atherton. Yes. Steve Robinson,
Yes.
John Hutchinson,
Yes.
Kelly Green,
Yes.
Cindy Miller,
Yes.
Steve Young.
Convene to open session.
So moved.
Second.
John Hutchinson,
Yes.
Susie Atherton. Yes. Cindy Miller,
Yes.
Kelly Green,
Yes.
Steve Young,
Yes.
Brad Blakey, Steve Robinson.
Yes.
We need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to adopt the closed minutes from the meeting held on January 27th, 2026.
So moved.
Cindy Miller,
Yes.
John Hutchinson,
Yes.
Kelly Green,
Yes.
Brad Blakey,
Yes.
Susie Atherton. Yes. Steve Robinson,
Yes.
Steve Young.
Yes.
We need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to adopt the closed meeting minutes resolution as presented, declaring the aforementioned minutes as open.
So moved.
Second. Kelly Green,
Yes.
Cindy Miller,
Yes.
Susie Atherton. Yes. Steve Robinson,
Yes.
Brad Blakey,
Yes.
Steve Young,
Yes.
John Hutchinson.
Yes.
We need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote authorizing the clerk of the board to destroy the verbatim records of the executive session meetings prior to August 2024.
So moved. Steve Young,
Yes.
Brad Blakey,
Yes.
John Hutchinson,
Yes.
Steve Robinson,
Yes.
Kelly Green,
Yes.
Susie Atherton. Yes. Cindy Miller.
Yes.
We need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to approve the following personnel recommendations as presented. Resignation, Abby Falconberry as an administrative assistant for the grant office. Paige Daly as a family outreach advocate for the pre-K center. Brianna Charlotte as a paraprofessional for the pre-K center. And Brandon Shelton as a custodian for the elementary school. For employment, Heather Will as a computer teacher for the high school. Tamara Meisker as a library information specialist for the high school. L'Oreal Tucker as a girls track dollar coach for the high school. Ryan Colombo as the assistant maintenance supervisor for the district. Vacancies to be posted, paraprofessionals for the pre-K center, custodian for the district, and an English teacher for the high school.
So moved. Second.
Susie Atherton. Yes. Steve Robinson,
Yes.
Steve Young,
Yes.
John Hutchinson,
Yes.
Cindy Miller,
Yes.
Kelly Green,
Yes.
Brad Blakey.
Yes.
Having completed the items on the agenda, I need a motion, a second, and a roll call vote to adjourn the meeting until the next regular meeting of the board scheduled for Tuesday, March 24th, 2026 at 5:30 PM at the unit office conference room.
So moved.
Steve Robinson,
Yes.
John Hutchinson,
Yes.
Brad Blakey,
Yes.
Steve Young,
Yes.
Susie Atherton. Yes. Cindy Miller, Kelly Green.
Yes.